All right, this is going to be different than everything else that we have done so far from the channel. I'm going to take one of these and I'm going to turn it into a $5,000 monster. This is a stock Prodigy 4¼ AOS from Springfield Armory. You may be asking yourself, why put $5,000 into a pistol? Well, from the factory, these things are not exactly set up to be racing guns. By no means is it the smoothest. By no means is it the lightest on trigger. By no means is the grip frame, even though it's textured pretty nicely, nice. So, if money wasn't an option, how much would you put into one to make it better? For me, that's gonna be $5,000. But Braydn, where do we start? Okay, well, first things we gotta do is, this slide is atrocious. Look at this thing. Aesthetically, please. So, drop that mag, press the button, get this out of the way, take that apart. This right here, useless. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna send this off. Before sending it off, we also need to drift out the sights. We need to take off the MOS plate because it doesn't need it there. We need to take out the tooled guide rod, which is a 2-part guide rod. We need to take that out, take the spring out, take the barrel, and I don't want that sent off either. So let's go ahead and do all that. I'm gonna do that off camera because you guys don't want to see that. So the other part of the problem is the grip frame sucks. Well, it doesn't suck. It's actually relatively all right. I do really like that frame. But what we need to do is get this isolated to where it is just the frame. So I have an idea to do that. Is we're going to hit this here hard enough to just break it into the frame. Ready? This, no longer needed. We're going to throw this away. And we're going to get something a little bit better. Finally came back. Now that is a slide. Basically, go to Warwick Tactical Grips, find their grip module for the DS in the raw stainless look with the hex grip. That's what I got, okay? Go there, look at that. I'm not gonna show you here. I'm gonna show you what I did instead. All right, I've got 2 boxes full of stuff to put on the new Prodigy. Let's go over it. This is all of the parts that is going to combine together to give me the most amazing 2011 the world has ever seen. Hopefully, we're gonna test it after we're done. But we've got a couple of different parts and a couple of different manufacturers. I got a full EGW kit going in this thing. I've got my plate, CNH Precision, to put my Trijicon SRO on this. I've got a Surefire X300 because it's the best. I got the B version, so it twists on really nice. I've got all of my factory parts that are slopping out of the gun, and I've got all my new parts going in the gun. I've gotten 126mm stainless steel lockback gold base plate with the Pro base plate that all you got to do is click that and it moves out of the way. I've done another Prodigy 5-inch in with these mags. I'm really happy with them, so I went with it on this build as well. Let's get started. First things first is, where did I send this stuff? I sent this to Impact Machining for their What the Kicks package, which is a knurl 45-degree chamfer and a window cut with a 5 linear port design. This is going to be our staple piece at the top of the gun. We're going to stick our bushing in there, which I got the one with the relief cut just because it looks dope. Now I'm going to take out of my spring pack the 13-pound spring. Next thing that we're going to do is, instead of drifting this front sight, I'm going to go ahead and put on the back plate that already has our back sight post on it from CNH Precision. Just always remember, torque your screws. This is an 18 foot-pound torque. And yes, I know that they're supposed to be 17, but extra pound never hurt nobody. At this point, that is on, looking pretty as ever. All of this is going smooth. Let's start on the lower before I drift in the front side post. What defines an awesome product to a non-awesome product? I think it's right here. 95% of it is the hand feel of the object. And this product does not disappoint. This is legitimately the dopest thing that I've gotten to do here at Dewey so far. Like I said, Warwick tactical hand grips, the hex grip in stainless, and I sent this thing out to an awesome place in North Carolina to get it cerakoted, and we had it cerakoted OD green. Boom! Look at that. Now that is a good product. Now, like I was telling you, a full internal change. All of these parts are EGW. I've got the mainspring. I've got the lightened leaf spring. I've gotten the solid hammer. I've gotten the hammer titanium strut. I got the ball head disconnector and the sear. This thing is going to be a monster, whether you like it or not. The first part that you always have to do with this, because it is a modular frame and modular grip design, is you always have to start with the frame to this connection point. A little tricky to get in there because of the Cerakote. It's a little bit different than spec. But as soon as you find it, it slides right in, and that will provide you just enough grip to keep everything still. Now I'm going to throw one of the grip screws in so I can go ahead and start doing all of the other things, such as the fitting of parts. First part to have to go in would have to be this, an Atlas trigger. That's the double stack trigger bow with the flat face trigger shoe. So I'm just holding this for us right now because this trigger requires a little bit of shaping to get in that receiver, but that thing is going to be sick. So I just put the main spring into the main spring housing. I'm going to put this in the back so you can kind of see what it's going to look like. Now the next step, we're going to take our sear on top of our bowl. We're going to line up all of this stuff. I like using my finger. Line it up with that hole. Go ahead and put it on, right on through. Bring it to the side. This is where you can use a pick, clean up all of the good stuff. Then we're going to take the main pin, and we want to confirm that it's going through all the way to the back. Perfect. Alright, so a small little upset is the lightened spring for some reason did not want to attach where it needs to on the sear, so I just put in the factory leaf spring in there just to look and see on it. At this point, this is where we need to be putting on our hammer and our grip safety, which I will get right now. Before we go any further, I'm going to go ahead and clean up the desk so that I can have a little bit more organization. It's very important to keep your workspace as clean as possible while you're doing this so that you don't miss any parts. Putting in the hand safety next, which is just going to go in here and nothing special. We are going to pin it, of course, with our new shielded side safeties. Alright, so as of right now, I have the single-sided safety. I'm testing the fitment of it just to make sure it is turning on and off. And it's feeling pretty alright. I think it needs a little bit of fitment, but other than that, this gun is almost ready to go. Alright guys, it is finally together. It is clicking just the way I want on those safeties. The last thing that this gun needs is oil. And let me tell you, 1911s like it wet. We're going to be using free range dinosaur juice. It's actually made by one of our buddies here at the shop. This stuff is mostly CLP and it gets military grade real fast. All right, this thing is properly oiled now. I'm just kidding. Obviously, we're gonna take this inside, but that is almost all the way oiled to how I would normally do it anyways. So we're good to go. And let's get some shots of this thing. That'll work. So excited. I get to show you guys the first rounds through this thing. It is completely done, completely cleaned, oiled where I want it to be. I put the 13-pound spring in there. I'll go over the specs a little bit later, probably tomorrow. But we're gonna get this thing sighted in. My 17.5 range, I know that I should be using a little bit further. I do a 10-yard zero for most of my customers. If they want it further, they go out, they test the gun. This is as far as I've got, so this is what I usually do for people. I haven't had any complaints. So you're gonna see my standard today. My standard is 2 rounds in succession, hole on hole. That means I stack 2 rounds in the center of the target after it is 0. That means the dot is hitting that 0 twice. So here we go. I'm loading a full magazine into this one just because I want to test it as well. So let's do this in real time. Quite a bit. Right, a tiny bit. No edits, no nothing, so you can see 2 in the red. Now, this one I pulled a little bit, so I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna shoot this X out with the remaining bullets that I have. Why? Because this gun is awesome, and I like the gun a lot. Check 1, good to go. Let's go to work. This is why I come to work every day. Maybe you guys should find something you're just as passionate about. Money. Hold on. I turned off the vent head because we don't need it. I'm gonna take out my ears too. This is a pro tip. Not really a pro tip, but this is just what I expect when I go to a range and I ask somebody, hey, can you please sight in or can you do optic stuff? This is what I do for my customers. I fold the page really nice and you see the first shot and then you see all the subsequent shots and you see the glory shot, the glory hole.
What did he say?
We're gonna leave that in. This is what I expect to hand every customer when they say, hey, you know, if it's a pistol cartridge. Now, if it's a rifle, we usually do a bore sight here at Dewey's. All right, admission time. I lied. This one is actually a buddy's gun. Guys, there's no way. There's no way. I'm in the same clothes the whole video. There's no way that I can get all this sent out and finished in one video. But there's no way that I can get all this sent out and finished in one video. But doesn't mean that I can finish the video in a single day. So we're finishing it today. If you want to pick yourself up a custom today, just like this, come on down, talk to me, and we'll get you set up the right way. This is Dewey's Pawn. Thank you for watching. Can't even see through my own glasses. Because they are filthy. I bet it smelled like Hot Topic in the late 2000s. Dressed as an emo princess today. I can just cut whatever around whatever. Ready?